Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have ever felt stuck or felt a lack of clarity on what you want to do in life, then listen up. Because in this video, I will give you a clear roadmap with specific clear steps that you should follow to get the clarity you're lacking and start making the difference to your life. For those who are new to my channel, I'm Anna Lehman, personal performance coach, resilience and productivity trainer, and in this channel we are talking about everything related to self-development, self-discovery and personal growth. First of all, let me tell you that if you do feel like you are stuck, either in personal or professional life, you're not alone. Some of the studies conducted over the last couple of years found that 76% of participants feel stuck in their personal lives and are lacking clarity about the future. But as a coach, I always say, notice what you notice and listen to your frustrations, because they will lead you to the answers you're trying to find, and as an outcome to a new level in your life. I will now give you the step-by-step framework you can follow to get one step closer to figuring out what you might want from this life, what is important for you, and start building an action plan on how to create the life you're capable of living. I would love to call it a simple step-by-step process, but then I would be lying to you, because working on your personal growth and personal development and raising your self-awareness is never simple, but it is always worth it. Step 1. Make self-reflecting a habit. Aristotle once said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. In order for you to build a clear future path, you need firstly to understand yourself, who you really are, how are you wired, what attracts you in people and what repels you. I remember I was listening to one of the interviews with Jordan Peterson, a Canadian psychologist and author of the book 12 Rules for Life. He said the best way to start your journey of self-awareness and self-understanding is to sit down on your bed in the evening and meditate. Start asking yourself questions. Why am I angry? Why can't I seem to have the life I was hoping to have when I was younger? What would make me happier? The answers might not be pleasant, but they will definitely be important. Step 2. Understand your values. Values are a set of guiding principles that are displays of what is important for us in life. The best way to identify your values is to ask yourself the following questions. What is important for me in life as a person? Family, kids, my calling, giving back to people and society, being healthy? Am I doing what I truly want in life? When did I feel the happiest in my life? Why? What are my aspirations in life, and are they aligned to what I'm currently doing, and are they aligned to what is important for me? Very often, one of the most common reasons why people fail to achieve what they set for themselves is because their goals are not aligned to their values. Understanding your values is the foundation of a proper goal-setting process. Everyone has a unique set of values. What matters to you might not align with your friends and co-workers, but you are more likely to share personal core values with the people closest to you. Research actually shows that you might even be more attracted to people who share your values. Partners, colleagues, and family members that share your values are big green flags for long-lasting relationships. Step 3. Listen to your long-term emotions. Our emotions are like our internal compass, helping us to figure out how a situation makes us feel. This then helps us to make decisions about whether we want to be in that situation, that allows us to figure out what we do and don't want to do in life. Why I use the term long-term emotions is because there is a difference between instantaneous emotional response to something and reaction, and a long-term emotional state. A good example is our working environment. If we just had a bad day, let's say, or had an unpleasant conversation with our boss, this might not mean you are in wrong environment and have to resign straight away. But if you experience a long-lasting feeling that you do not belong there, you might want to consider whether your current job and its environment is aligned to your values and your authentic self. Step 4. Start spending 15 minutes a day journaling. You can start doing the first 3 steps of the framework we just spoke about by journaling. Do it every day for a year and then go back and review the notes. You will be amazed by how much self-discovery and self-awareness has occurred over that year, how much more clarity you have gained, and you might have even progressed few steps closer to figuring out what is that you want to do over the next year, few years, a decade. I have introduced my teenage daughter to the journaling method, and now she spends 5 minutes a day writing down the key emotional highlights, discovery, or learnings about herself and the world, what she is grateful for and proud of, as it helps her to self-regulate and balance out her emotional response to events around her. I use journaling technique called future self journaling, which involves writing from the perspective of my future self, providing insights, support, and guidance to my current version. It gives me those strengths that I might be lacking in a moment, the moment of self-doubt and the moment of despair. Step 5. Figure out the distinction between what you really want and what you think you want. What I mean is that a lot of our desires or things that we think we want in life are instilled in us through societal norms or expectations from people who we spend most of our time with. Hence why it is super important to understand what is that you want as a person. There is a story called The Fisherman and His Wishes. The story tells of a young fisherman who envies a rich merchant's wealth and power. When an angel grants him his wish to become a ship captain, he enjoys the newfound power, but then he desires to be a king ruling over an island. The angel grants this wish too, and once again he was sound and happy to become what he wanted, the king of an entire island, reigning over its people, until one day he grew weary of his duty. He rose one sunrise to step out on his terrace and look across the distance. His gaze landed on a small fishing boat where there was a fisherman sitting in silence and solitude. What freedom, what power and wealth does this man have? Thought the king. The freedom to determine his will, the power to be fully still, and the wealth of goodwill that grows with him crafting his skill. The king realizes that the true freedom, power, and wealth lie in simplicity and contentment. The moral of the story is that sometimes what we think we want isn't truly what we need. It's essential to pause and ask ourselves, is this what I actually want? Or is it something I should have because my parents, my partner, society, siblings, friends want me to do so? Step 6. Experiment and try new things. If you want to figure out what you want to do in life, you need to try new things. You need to try various activities. Meet new people, learn new languages, change jobs, travel to new places. It is never too late to try new things, to rediscover yourself and recreate yourself. You just need to embrace that growth mindset and face the challenge that every time you're trying something new, you are jumping into the zone of discomfort, the growth zone. Vera Wong became a fashion designer and opened her first boutique at the age of 40. Wong initially pursued a career in figure skating before transitioning to fashion. She worked for Vogue and Ralph Lauren before launching her own bridal gown boutique. Imagine if she hadn't experimented, she would have never discovered her calling in life. Arnold Schwarzenegger has made 2 major career changes. First, when he transitioned from a professional bodybuilder champion in his 20s to award-winning actor in his 30s, then when he became the governor of California at the age of 56. Try, fail, pick yourself up again, try again, fail again, and eventually you will find what you're looking for. Step 7. Share your ideas with your group of people. Run your ideas by the people who you trust and who you know for sure are rooting for your success. People who will even put your success above their comfort. And let me explain what I mean. When you start growing, you will start making people uncomfortable. The biggest learning for me was to comprehend that personal growth is very personal. The fact that you are growing doesn't mean that the rest of your surrounding will follow your path. You might even start losing people from your immediate circle and from your life because people can only meet you where they are, not where you are. But you have to constantly remind yourself that you are the average of 5 people who you spend most of your time with. So surround yourself with people who encourage your growth and who will step up together with you. I can guarantee you that if you follow this framework for at least 3 months in a row, you will have a solid view of the vision of yours and what it is that you really want to pursue in life. Remember, we have only one life and we are not writing a draft, and the time is very limited. Be mindful that it is very important to revisit your aspirations and goals and desires regularly because they might change based on the circumstances in life. However, every time you're pivoting towards something else, you can follow the same framework and follow the same steps we just spoke about. If you like this video, you might also be interested in another video about goal setting process and where I give a really handy, useful coaching exercise that I usually do with my clients. Check it out at the link down below. Stay tuned for more videos to come. With care, Anna.